Hey guys, so it's winter on the East Coast and that means it's cold and dark, so you stay inside more, but it's Christmas time, so if you celebrate it, I hope you're enjoying this festive sweater. So I wanted to focus on the positive of staying inside more, and that means more time to play guitar. In 2019 I want to learn as much music theory as possible. It's like a personal project because I know very little. But I also want to work on, building up some chops again, and I have gotten some requests for breakdowns of guitar solos that I've done in previous videos, like Buried Dreams by Carcass and the Children of Bodom version of Aces High. So I decided I'll try to make some tutorial style videos covering these topics, and this is the first one. Topic is arpeggios, and there will be 2 other parts after this. So, trying something different, and hopefully it can help out some beginner and intermediate guitar players. Okay, so last thing before I get to the lick, a friend of mine is trying to get more serious about her art, and so you'll see a link to her store on Redbubble in the upper right hand corner of this video. I encourage you guys to check it out. If you like her work, buy some prints, tote bags, notebooks, whatever. It's Christmas, maybe you're looking for gifts. Okay, so let's break down this arpeggio lick, the one at the start of the video before all of the holiday related stuff. So if you're a metalhead, you probably recognize the background. It's Blinded by Fair by At the Gates. It's classic. I decided to cover this song a few years ago, but I wanted to play some sweep arpeggios over that chord progression in the bridge. And I'm not sure about you guys, but my first introduction to sweep arpeggios was those 5-string triad patterns, minor and major shapes like things like that. This guitar is tuned 6-string standard, by the way. If you listen to the rhythm part in the first half of it, one of the guitars is starting off playing like the single note pattern. It's outlining a D minor triad. So that's D is the root, F is the minor third, and then A is the 5th. So, and then it switches to playing D root, E 2nd degree, and then you have a flat, so flat 5th tritone, so that's like in the D natural minor scale. And yeah, that tritone, it adds this like, creepy vibe. Like in the other rhythm part, you're hearing like that. And then you repeat those shapes like a whole step down to C. If you want to play a sweep over the first part, you can just play D minor triad shape. So I have the A on the 17th fret of the high E, so that's the 5th. I have F, 13th fret of the high E, that's the minor 3rd, and then D, that's the root, on the 15th fret of the B string. Then I'm going to play that 5th just an octave down. I'm going to play this F an octave down, and then I'm going to play the root an octave down. And then in this shape I'm going back to the 5th, another octave, and then I'm going to ascend. So that's the shape. And then for the second part, where you just flat by a half step or 1 fret the fifth, so you have a flat fifth, and then the minor third is flatted to the second degree. So you shift those notes across, but you keep the root, so now it's, instead of, so A flat, E, D, and then if you apply that same octave formula, the shape you get is like this. It's a little bit of an extra stretch, but your fingers get used to that, so you just follow the same pattern, and then you shift the chords down just by 2 frets, so now you're playing, and then. So let's hear what that sounds like at about half the tempo. Okay, so then I wanted to like change things up a bit when the chords sequence repeats, and so this is a cool idea I got from Jasun Tipton. If you don't know Jasun, he's been in some great progressive metal groups like 0 Hour, Abnormal Thought Patterns, and I think his newest project is called A Dying Planet. So, you know, check those bands out, look him up on YouTube. I'll post some links in the corner of this video, pointed the wrong way. But anyway, he's an amazing musician, player. I had the privilege of taking lessons from him in person when I was in college, and that was 12 years ago, so yeah, I'm old. So okay, back to the music. So in the first part, that was 16th notes in the 4/4 time, and then here what we're gonna do is we're gonna play groups of 5, so I guess quintuplets. So you're going to play like 5 notes descending, and then you're going to go back to the next note down in the sequence from the one you started with. So if we were with the 5th here, then I jump back up to the minor third. So like that, and then finally ascend back up 5 notes. So you repeat that for the other 3 chord shapes, and that's the lick. So we can hear it slow. So like the oscillating nature of this run, like jumping back up to the higher note, it gives it like a cooler texture than the first one, but I think you kind of like need to hear it faster to appreciate it, like at the very start. Let's see, little details about this lick. So when I jump back up, I use a downstroke. Like, let me see if I stand on tiptoe here. So downstroke at the start, and when you're getting up to speed, I think if you're having trouble counting the 5, you can just focus on like making sure you're resetting at the 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2. Hopefully in the slow example, maybe that comes out a little better, although I know it was on the sloppy side. But yeah, I think I saw this interview with Jeff Loomis where he said as long as you're consistent on the 1, your brain kind of automatically smooths out the other notes, like autocorrect. So yeah, anyway, that's the end of the video. I hope this was interesting and you have some fun with it. So you know, try out that quintuplet idea with other arpeggios or scales, you know, like you just have a minor pentatonic, like descending in fives, or you can ascend. Anyway, next video we'll still deal with arpeggios, but it's a little more conceptual, not so much technique. So yeah, I hope you tune in, and bye for now.